And see if you can hear me now. Alrighty, thank you, Aaron, buddy. Don't know what's up with that. Appreciate it. So now you got Jerry Royster leading off the bottom of the first as 007 joins us here. Check out his great channel. Royster batting 261 with no homers and 21 RBIs. Carlton with 20 starts on the year. He's 8-8 with a 3.38 ERA. And here's the pitch to Royster. And that's going to be against the lefty. It'll be a 16 and an 8, right? Yep. That's going to be a fly ball out the center field. The minister to defense makes the catch. And there is one out. And up to the plate now is Barry Bunnell. And Barry's batting 224 with a homer and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Boa's up with it, fires across the diamond for out number one. Yeah, exactly, 007. I hear you. Yeah, you're a big Phillies fan. And now you got the Sarge up. Gary Matthews batting 254 with 7 homers and 28 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Cardinal takes it himself. And we got a 1-2-3 inning here. We go to the top of the second, still no score. You'll have Hebner lead it off here for the Phillies, followed by Cardinal and Tim McCarver. Hebner's batting 328, having a nice 1978 season with 7 homers and 38 RBIs. As you see the team comparisons, the Phillies are 47 and 34, batting 247, 322 on base percentage, slugging 382 with a 704 OPS. The Braves are 31 and 53, batting 246, 312 on base percentage, slugging 372 and an OPS of 683. And here's the pitch to Hebner. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Murph. He'll take it himself, and there's one down. Cardinal comes up. He's batting 250 on the year with 2 homers and 18 RBIs. That's going to be a base hit. And to the left field, in the right field rather. It drops in front of Matthews. And the Cardinals got a 1-out single with Tim McCarver up. McCarver's batting 214 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Matter of fact, back to the mound. And a runner will get down the second. Only play is going to be at first. And now there's 2 outs with a runner in scoring position for Sizemore. And Ted's batting 159, no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 17. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Royster makes the play. Now to end the inning. And the Phillies strand another one. To the bottom of the second we go. Still no score. You got Burris, Horner, and Murphy do up the big boys. Jeff batting 334 with 14 homers and 57 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Lefty second strikeout of the game. Brings up Bob Horner. Horner batting 211 with 6 homers though and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boa. He's up with it, fires across the diamond, and now there's quickly 2 outs. And that brings up the Murph. Murph's batting 227, leading the league with 18 homers and 37 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 13. And that's going to be a base hit. The Murph gets aboard here with a 2-out single. First hit for the Braves. does Murph want to try to steal and get in scoring position? That is the question. I think they're going to send him, try to get him in scoring position. It'll be a 46 or lower. He's safe. And they throw to Murph out. The Murph gets thrown out at second. That ends the inning. And we go to the top of the third. It's still nothing. You got lefty due up Carlton back to the top of the order. McBride in the ride and Larry Boa. And Carlton batting 171. You can't groove one. Lefty's a damn good hitting pitcher. Here's the pitch to lefty. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He can't get to that knuckleball. And there's one down. And that's NIEKRO's second strikeout of the game. McBride's up. He singled and stole a base back in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And that's going to be a nice play by Pokoroba. He bounces on it, throws down the first, and gets McBride. And now there is two down. And up to the plate now is Larry Boa. Boa popped up his first time up. He's over one. And that's going to be a base hit. Larry gets aboard here with a 2-out single. So Larry's down at first. And does he want to try to take off here? And Larry's going to try to take off. And he's going to make it with no throw down to second. And they're just running rampant here on Biff. So now you got a runner in scoring position. 2 outs for Gary. Gary's 0 for 1, grounded out the first, his first time up. And here's the pitch to Maddox. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Matthews makes the catch. And again, Phillies can't get that run across. It's still nothing as we go to the bottom of the third with the bottom part of the order due up here for the Braves. Pokoroba was up when Murph got thrown out, followed by Hubbard and NIEKRO. Pokoroba batting .239 with 6 homers and 25 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lazinski for out number 1. And this is Hubbard's first appearance of 1978. And in 1978, Hubbard batted .258 with 2 homers and 13 RBIs. Getting called up after the All-Star break. Let's see what Hubbard can do here against lefty. And right away, he's going to get his first hit, his first plate appearance of the year. Let's see where this one drops in Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium. And that ball is driven into the gap right away. Old Mother Hubbard has got himself a lead-off 1-out double here in the third. And we collect the old baseball and give it to old Hubbard. And now you got a runner down at second, and Nuxie's up. And Nuxie's not a bad hitting pitcher. He's batting .250 on the year with no homers and 1 RBI. We're going to let Nuxie swing away here. Here's the pitch to Phil. And we drop the dice. And that's going to be a pop-up down behind the plate. And Tim makes the catch. And there is 2 outs. And it's up to Jerry Royster here to try to get the first run in the game. He's 0 for 1, flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Lefty strikes him out. And we got the pitch and matchup we thought. It's 0-0 going to the top of the 4th. You got Lazinski, the bull, due up, followed by Hebner and Cardinal, the big boys here. See the Braves' upcoming schedule. They got 2 more games here in Atlanta against the Phillies. Then the Mets come to town. The bull struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews. He makes the catch. And there's 1 down. And Mr. Hebner is 0 for 1. He grounded out the first his first time up. And that's going to be the first walk of the game for NIEKRO. Hebner goes down the first. And Cardinals up now. Braves looking for that ground ball double play. Jose's 1-for-1, singled back in the second. And he gets a hold of this one. Let's see where this one gets deposited at. And that ball is hit into right field. With having their speed down a field score, though, Matthews does not have a very good arm out there, so we'll give it a look. Let's see here. It is it's going to be hit in the left field with Burris out there. Hit in the left field. I know he's not scoring now. No, Pill stay put at third. So you got runners at second and third. One out. And Tim McGarver's up. And the way lefty's pitching, I think you got to bring the infield in. You got to assume you're not going to score much off a lefty today. So McGarver's 0-for-1, grounded out to the pitcher's first time up. And that is going to be a ground ball down the third. 44-3. And that'll be fielding column 3. And that's going to be popped up down the third. Horner camps under it. Is that in fair territory or foul territory? In foul territory. And Horner makes the catch. And now there's 2 outs. And that brings up Sizemore now. And he's 0-for-1. He popped up the shortest first time up. And that's going to be a 36th catcher. And that's going to be a wow pitch. Wow pitch brings in the run. The knuckleball gets away from NIEKRO. And a run scores. Ain't that a damn shame? So now it's 1-0. A runner down at third. Still 2 outs. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Sizemore. And that's going to be against the righty, a 16 and 9. And that is going to be a base hit in the left field. And that's going to make it a 2-0 ball game, just like that, with 2 outs. Phillies making some noise here now. Runner down at first for lefty. And lefty's 0-for-1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a bouncing ball down the short. Royster fires over to first. And that'll end the inning. But the Phillies scored 2, one on a wild pitch and a single, and take a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the fourth. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Braves. But now Matthews and Burris. Barry 0-for-1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lazinski for out number 1. Sarge comes up. Sarge is 0-for-1 today. Not anymore. Sarge gets a hold of this one against the lefty. That's going to be a double. In left field down the third base line. And the Sarge is in scoring position here with 1 out. And the big boys coming up. Jeff Burris now is 0-for-1, struck out his first time against Carlton. Can he drive in a run and cut the lead in half? Not that way, because lefty strikes him out. A big strikeout for Carlton, his 4th of the game. So it's up to Horner here to deliver with 2 outs. Runner on second. Horner 0-for-1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Boa fires over the first, and the Braves strand 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Phillies leading by 2. They got the top of the order due up here. McBride, Boa, and Maddox. McBride 1-for-2 with a stolen base. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to center field. Barry's got it for out number 1. Larry Boa comes to the plate now. Bo is 1-for-2 with a stolen base also. And he gets a hold of this, drives that into the gap in right field. And that'll be a 1-out double. So the Phillies got an insurance run down at second with 1 out. And the Minister of Defense is 0-for-2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball Back to the mound. Sorry, that's a ground ball down to first. Murph's got it. He'll toss it over to NIEKRO. Boa will get down the third, though, with 2 outs. And with the wild pitch, the runner's 90 feet away from scoring. Lazinski's 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. NIEKRO with a big strikeout. His third of the game and keeps the runner down at third. We go to the bottom of the fifth with Murphy due up, followed by Robo and Hubbard. Murph, he singled his first time up and got caught stealing. Here's the pitch to Murph. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Having their bobbles that one, that's going to be an E5. And Murph's aboard here with an error. Robo up. And Biff's 0 for 1. Do they do a little hit and run here, trying to stay out of the double play? I think they will. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 52 and a 10. Still probably fielding column 1. And it is. And that'll be down the short, and with the hit and run on. Only plays over the first. Murph gets in scoring position here for old Mother Hubbard, Glenn Hubbard. And he doubled his first time up against lefty. And that's going to be against the lefty. 14. And that's going to be a single. Oh, Hubbard came to play, didn't he? Oh, let's make sure here. Yep, that's a single in left field. And Murph, Lazinski does not have a very good arm. Let's give it a look here. There's only 1 out. And it'll be a 38. He's probably going to hold here. 24. 24, and you got the Nuxie up. He's going to stop at third. They're going to let Nuxie try to drive him in. And with 1 out, they're going to play back for the double play with a 2-0 lead. Phil is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes NIEKRO out. Now there's 2 down. And Royster comes to the plate. And Jerry is 0 for 2. He has flown out and struck out. Can he deliver here? And that's going to be against the lefty, a 9 and 11. And yes, he does. That's a single in the center field. Can Hubbard make it down the third? And that cuts the lead in half. First and third. That was an 11. And Hubbard's going to stop at second. So 2-1 now. Hubbard at second. Royster at first. And a 2-1 ball game. Barry is 0 for 1, 0 for 2, struck out and flown out. And that's going to end the inning. That's a ground ball down the short. And he'll go the easy way over to second. 6-4 put out, but the Braves score 1. We go to the top of the 6th and a 1-run lead for the Phillies. You got the big boys coming up here, Hebner, Cardell, and McGarver. Richie is 0 for 1. He has walked and came around the scores last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Nuxie strikes him out for out number 1. His 4th strikeout of the game. Jose is 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He came around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to old Mother Hubbard. And he bobbles it, so he's doing well at the plate, but that's an E4. And that is 1 out, run down at first for McGarver. Can they get a double play ball? Tim is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. NIEKRO with his 2nd strikeout of the inning. Can he strike out all 3 batters here? Besides for that error, Ted is 1 for 2 with an RBI. He was at the plate with the wild pitch. And he gets a hold of this, smacks that ball into left field, and there's 2 outs. And that's probably going to score the runner from first with 2 outs. 52. Yep, that's an RBI double, and they get that run right back. Runner on first scores, and it's back to a 2-run lead. Sizemore gets the job done. Now lefty's up with 2 outs and a runner down at second. And that's going to be a 36. That's going to be another wild pitch by Nuxie. Now there's a runner at third and one more wild pitch, and it's a 4-1 game. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Steve, and that's going to be a pop up down the second. In foul territory. Hubbard makes the play this time for out number 3. But the 1-run scores makes it a 3-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. You got the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up here. Matthews, Burris, and Horner. Sarge is 1 for 2 with the doubles last time up. That's going to be a ground ball back to Carlton. He fields it, throws it over to first for out number 1. And Philip Reynolds joins us here. Burris, he's 0 for 2, struck out both times. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and he gets the hat trick. Lefty has 6 strikeouts, half of them's Burris. That brings up Bob Horner now. Horner is 0 for 2. He has grounded out to short twice. And not this time. He drives that ball in the right field, bounces off the wall. Hubbard's got himself a 2-out double. Can the Murph here tie this game up with one swing and a bat? He's 1 for 2. He singled, reached on an error, and scored his last time up. And that's going to be a pop up behind home plate. And that'll end the inning. Horner gets stranded at second. To the top of the 7th we go. You got the top of the order due up here for the Phillies. McBride, Boa, and Maddox. Most likely this is going to be NIEKRO's last inning. Trailing by 2. He's due up in the bottom of the 7th. McBride is 1 for 3 with a stolen base. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Barry. There's out number 1. Boa comes to the plate. And Larry's 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a stolen base. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster, his counterpart. He throws him out for 2 quick outs here in the 7th. And Maddox is 0 for 3, grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Horner. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes to Phils. We go to the 7th inning stretch in a 3-1 ball game. We got the bottom third of the order due up. Pocoroba, Hubbard, and NIEKRO. All depends what Pocoroba and Hubbard does, whether NIEKRO will bat. Biff is 0 for 2, flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be against the lefty. 18 and an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. The Minister of Defense makes it look easy for out number 1. And here's old Hubbard. He's a perfect 2 for 2, making his first appearance of the year. He has doubled and singled in this game. And they finally get him out. That's a ground ball down the second to his counterpart Sizemore. He fires over the first, and there's 2 outs. And we're going to let NIEKRO bat for himself with 2 outs here. Stay in the game. Nuxie's 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a strikeout. And he gets a hold of this, folks. NIEKRO says that's a one smart manager. He drives that ball in the right field for a base hit. So NIEKRO's aboard here with 2 outs. Jerry Royster at the plate. representing a tying run. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI single his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lazinski. And that'll end the inning. And the Braves strand one. We go to the bottom of the top of the eighth. It is 3-1 Philadelphia. You got the Lazinski, Hebner, and Cardell do up the big boys. And the Bull is 0 for 3, struck out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And he gets the old hat trick from Nuxie. Nuxie's got 6 strikeouts, and 3 of them's been the Bull. And Hebner's up. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out, walked, and struck out his last time up. And not this time. He pokes that ball in the right field. Turns on it, and there's a runner down at first. Jose's up, and Jose is 2 for 3 with a double. 2 singles, reached on an error. He's been on base all 3 times. Can Nuxie get the ground ball double play here? And that's going to be a pass ball. Biff can't handle it, and that's going to be a pass ball. The runner gets down to second. So we've had 2 wild pitches, and now a pass ball with the knuckleball. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jose, and that's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 21 and a 8. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And a runner will get down the third as Horner fires across the dime in the first. So now you got a runner at third, 2 outs for Tim McCarver. Can NIEKRO keep that run from scoring, folks? Already down by 2. McCarver is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, popped up, and struck out. And that's going to be against the righty. 15 and a 9. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And that's going to make it a 2-3 run lead. And that's going to be it, I think, for Mr. NIEKRO. Let's see here. Do we want to do a double switch? Nah, we're not going to do a double switch. Let's see who's going to come in here and pitch. Campbell's going to come in here and pitch. Dave Campbell's going to come in here for NIEKRO. So NIEKRO goes 7 2/3, trailing 4-1. The runner at first is his responsibility. And Dave will come in. This is Dave's 24th appearance. He's 1-1 with no saves and a 7.78 ERA. Runner down at first. Sizemore's up. He's 2 for 3. A double and 2 RBIs on the day. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dave does his job, strikes him out. But the Phillies score 1, make it a 4-1 ball game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And you got Bunnell, Matthews, and Burris due up. And do they go to the bullpen is the question here in the 8th. That is the question. I think they're going to try let Lefty get through this inning. Let's see here. Do we want to go to the pen and bring in the righty Reed? That is the question. Do we want to go to that? You got all these righties coming up. 1, 2, 3. I think they're going to the bullpen here. That'll be it for Carlton. Reed's going to come in the game and try to nail it down here. A 2-inning save. And see here what they want to do. They're going to do a double switch here. Sizemore's going to come out of the game. and Bud's going to come in. Bud Harrison's going to come in the game. So they'll do a double switch here. Bud will lead off the top of the ninth, and Reed will come in. That'll be it for Lefty. Lefty goes 7 innings, gives up 7 hits, 1 run, struck out 6. So we'll do the old double switch. So first we'll bring Reed in. He'll bat in the 9 spot. 8th spot rather for Sizemore. And then Bud will come in and play second base and bat in the 9 hole. And there we go. And this is Reed's 38th appearance. He's 2-2 with 7 saves and a 3.15 ERA. He'll be facing Bunnell, Matthews, and Burris. Barry is 0 for 3. He is struck out, flown out, and grounded out. And I think we're going to have a pitch hitter. I think Office is going to come in the game here for Bunnell. And he is. So Office will come in the game for Bunnell and play center field in the top of the 9th. And where's Mr. Office at? There he is, rolling down here. And Office is batting .284 in the year with 3 homers and 23 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Reed strikes him out for out number 1. That brings up Sarge. Matthews is 1 for 3 today with a double. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. The minister of defense tracks it down, takes a base hit away from Sarge. That's why they got him out there. Nice play by Maddox. Now you got Burris due up. And Burris is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts against lefty. Let's see here. Do we want to bring Cito in the game? Or Bell? They're going to let Jeff bat for himself here. Maybe going up against Reed will change his luck here, and it doesn't. That's a swing and a miss. He gets the golden sombrero. Strikes out 4 times today. So it's 2 down, and it's up to Bob Horner to get something going here in the 8th. Horner. Oh, that was 3 outs. I wasn't paying no damn attention. So now you go to the top of the 9th with Harrelson due up, followed by McBride and Boa. We got to put Office in center field here. And here's the pitch to Bud. Batting 109, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Dave walks him. And now you got McBride up with 1 on, nobody out in a 4-run game, 4-1 game. McBride 1 for 4 today with a stolen base. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Murph. 21 and a 2. That's going to be a single in the right field. So first and second, still nobody out. Now what the Braves won here in the 9th. Larry Boa comes to the plate. Larry's 2 for 4, a double and a stolen base. And that's a swing and a miss. Dave strikes him out for out number 1. Can they get Maddox to ground into a double play? He's 0 for 4. He's grounded out 3 times and flown out once. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Nice job by Dave trying to get out of this mess himself. He's got the bull. The bull has struck out 3 times and flown out to right. And that's going to be a swing and a miss after letting the first 2 win. Dave comes back and strikes out the next 3. Nice job by Campbell to keep this a 4-1 game. To the bottom of the 9th we go. You got Horner, Murphy, and Pocoroba due up against Reed. Bob's 1 for 3, doubled his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty. 16 and an 8. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. 1 down. And the Murph is up now. The Murph has been on base twice. He is singled and reached on an error. Here's the pitch to Murph. He's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Bud makes the play, and there's quickly 2 outs, and the Braves are down to their last out with Biff Pocoroba. Biff is 0 for 3. He's flown out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boa. And that's your ball game, folks. The Phillies win 4-1. Nice pitching matchup between NIEKRO and Lefty. Let's go to the box score here. See that? Okay. The Phillies score 4 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. The Braves 1 run, 7 hits and 1 error. Top of the order did a good job. Boa and McBride both 2 for 5. Cardinal was 2 for 4. Sizemore was 2 for 4. Phillies were only 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Left 9 men on base. Oh, Mother Hubbard in his first game of the year, 2 for 3. Braves were 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position, left 6 men on base. Steve Carlton picks up the win. He's 9 and 8, 7 innings, 7 hits, 1 unearned run, struck out 6. And Reed gets his 8th save of the year, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. NIEKRO drops to 11 and 7, 7 2/3, 9 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 6. Campbell comes in, pitches an inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Let's look at the rest of the National League here. First game up is Padres and Cubbies. See what happens here in Chicagoland. And the Padres win 6 runs and 9 hits, 1 error. The Cubbies 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The Mets and the Reds is up next. And Reed's Reds, can they get a win against the Mets? No, the Metsies win 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Reds 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Next up is the Astros and Expos. Look at that pitching matchup. JR against Rogers. That's a hell of a pitching matchup. See what happens here. The Phillies are in that race with the Expos. Need some help here. See if JR can give it to them. Rogers is pitching awesome. And the Astros do beat them. Let's see what the star is. JR goes the distance, strikes out 13 batters. Throws his 10th complete game. How about that? Astros 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The Expos 1 run on 2 hits. Let's see how they got that. Was that a homer? Let's see here if that was a homer. Nope. Let's see how they got it here on the scorecard. They actually had a 1-0 lead in the third. So you had a base on balls and an RBI single. Sacrificing him over to second, and Dawson gets him in. JR 13 strikeouts on the game. Oh, it's a doubleheader here. The Astros and Expos. See if the Astros can sweep them. Not quite the pitching matchup as you had in Game 1, that's for sure. Oh, and the Expos comes back and wins 2-1 to themselves. See, this game might have went in extra or walk-off. Let's see if this went in extra innings. Nope. Walk-off in the ninth. Ninth inning walk-off. Let's see how it was done here. Had a ground out, a line out, and then a single and an RBI by Chris Spire. Get the job done. Split the doubleheader. Got the Giants taking on the Pirates in Pittsburgh. And the Giants beat the Pirates 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. The Pirates 1 run, 9 hits, and no errors. Out-hit them, couldn't outscore them in the last game here. On the 14th is the Dodgers and Cardinals. Nice pitching matchup here. Sutton against Vukovic. And the Dodgers win 6-2 on 11 hits, no errors. Cardinals 2 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Check out the standing and leaderboard here in the National League. And with the win and the Expos splitting the doubleheader, the National League East is tied up. The Pirates are now 5.5 games back of the Phillies and Expos. Cubbies are 8 games back. The Mets 18 and the Cardinals 18.5. And out west with the Dodgers and Giants. Giants are 5 games up on the Dodgers. The Padres 8.5 games back. Houston 11.5. The Reds are 16 games back, and my poor Braves are 23.5 games back. Jack Clark's leading the National League with a .339 batting average. George and Murphy both with 18 homers. Steve Garvey with 75 RBIs to lead the National League. And Steve Rogers with a 1.99 ERA. Stuck with 14 wins after the loss to the Astros. And Raleigh Fingers with 19 saves on the year. And George Foster's leading the league in MVP voting, and Steve Rogers is leading in the Cy Young. Take a look at the next game. It'll be these same Phillies and Braves. See what the pitching matchup looks like in game number 2 on June 15th. Oh, another good pitching matchup. Old Jim against Rick. Jim Catt and Rick Camp going at it. Should be another good pitching matchup. I want to thank Philip Reynolds, 007, Aaron Reed for stopping in today. Check out their great channels. If you're new to my channel and haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. And then hit that like button and bell. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.